Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm here today to share with you our perspective on the heavy equipment category here on eBay. My name is Luci Yang, and I lead the business and industrial vertical here at eBay, of which heavy equipment is a key priority for us. Later on in this presentation, we'll be joined by Howard Hawk, who is the president and co-founder of Bidadoo, which is a leading online remarketer of heavy equipment and other capital assets. Bidadoo is also a key strategic partner for eBay, and I'm excited to have him join us. You'll hear more about this later. So what will we cover today? We'll be talking about three broad things. First, why are we actually here talking about heavy equipment? This is not something that we've done historically in these eBay Open category breakout sessions, and I want to provide a little bit of context about why the shift this year. Secondly, we'd like to share our perspective on the industry landscape. A lot has been changing in the used equipment space, which is the predominant type of equipment that gets transacted on eBay. Given the pandemic, there are a lot of new things that we'd like to share with you about and how that affects buying and selling equipment on eBay. And lastly, I'd like to talk a little bit about how we're evolving the category over the next several years. We'll share with you some of the things that are in the works, but overall, would just love to continue to partner with you all to continue to grow the category. So typically, as I mentioned, we would come together as a business and industrial vertical. Why the change of focus this year? Well, that's a really good question. So as you might have heard, eBay has taken on a focused category strategy. So instead of operating at the higher horizontal level, eBay has chosen particular categories where we can dive deep and really compete and win at that vertical specific level. This is also true in business and industrial. What we've realized in managing the category, something that you all probably already know just from running your businesses day in and day out, is that while business and industrial is one category on eBay, all the different pieces within it have unique buyer and seller needs. They're very different. If you look at the list on the page, we're selling anything as varied as heavy equipment to electrical equipment, healthcare equipment, office equipment, restaurant equipment, and so on and so forth. Of course, there are many commonalities across those categories as well, but there are also unique needs, and this is particularly true in the heavy equipment space. We believe that we have particular strength in the heavy category, and we believe we have the winning platform versus the traditional live auction engagement model of the industry. And so this is one reason why we're leaning in here and why we're talking together as a group. Heavy also benefits from a strong foundation on eBay. We think all the ingredients are there. Again, we offer the auction format along with other buying formats on eBay. We have a global reach, and we have a great existing ecosystem of buyers and sellers who already come to eBay frequently to shop heavy equipment. For us, this means many things. For one thing, buyers see us as a one-stop destination. We often talk about equipment, and we'll spend a lot of our time today talking about equipment, but we actually have over 25% of our shoppers who buy our equipment come back to buy parts and attachments for those pieces of equipment. So we really see this as a beneficial loop for everyone involved and a great ecosystem. Secondly, because of you all, we actually have a really attractive selection from key equipment brands as well. You can see some of the ones listed on the slide. And finally, as a sort of unique to eBay value proposition, we have the eBay's Business Equipment Purchase Protection Program, what we affectionately refer to as BEPP. What this is essentially coverage that we provide automatically to buyers on eligible equipment items so that they can have complete trust and faith that the transaction is legitimate and can go through, or else that they're protected. And by the way, for the rest of the category, when we're talking about accessories or parts or attachments for your pieces of equipment, the eBay money back guarantee still applies. All right. On top of that foundation, we're also continuing to invest in on-site and off-site marketing. In fact, you'll see that we have a number of examples on the page right now, and hopefully you've run into some of these just in your daily life, whether that's on Facebook or Instagram or other properties that you read. But let me just highlight a couple. So for example, We have a weekly email that we send out to buyers who have bought equipment or who are interested in buying equipment. And that's a way for us to keep them engaged. We highlight, timely pieces of equipment that they might have missed in their daily lives, and that it shows up at the top of their inbox. In addition, we run campaigns throughout the year. One of our recent ones was shown actually on here, attachments, as a sort of on-site campaign. But we run many throughout the year, and hopefully you've seen those as well. In addition, we partner with trade publications, and the creative assets that we provide and work together on actually show up on their own sites and on other channels. So that's why I was referencing Facebook, for example. What we're able to do there is partner with these trade publications to geo-target customers based on equipment type. And so I think that's a really unique angle for us to be able to get at the type of customer that we want to bring on site to showcase the particular listings that we have. And of course, something that's not represented here, but that's just as important, is investment in the lower funnel. So what this means for you as a seller or buyers who are looking to buy is that you'll see Google ads for the heavy equipment listings that are on our site. Okay, as part of our investment in the category broadly, last fall, we announced a strategic partnership with Bidadoo. I've already talked a little bit about Bidadoo in the beginning, but at this point, I'm really excited to bring Howard on stage with me to tell you a little bit more about Bidadoo in his own words and about our partnership to continue to grow together. In some sense, this is making official something that has long been unofficial. We've been partners together for almost 20 years, and we're just excited to continue to build on that. So Howard, will you please join me?
Thanks very much, Lucy. We were one of the first industrial trading assistants on eBay and have had nearly 20-year partnership to help grow the heavy equipment marketplace on eBay. Auctions have always been a fundamental part of the heavy equipment industry. eBay has always had the best auction platform in the world, which is one of the things that attracted us to eBay that no other major platform can provide. eBay has a unique and very powerful platform. The auctions, combined with Buy It Now, Best Offer, and many other tools, provide a great multi-channel approach that give us the best platform in the industry to add value and serve our mutual customers. We are very excited about the new strategic partnership with eBay and their commitment to be a leader in the heavy equipment and other industrial marketplaces. Very few would have thought 20 years ago that you could sell a $200,000 crane on eBay on a no-reserve auction starting at 99 cents and sell to a buyer sight unseen, many states, or even a world away to a first-time buyer with a great buying experience. Together, we brought some of the biggest equipment brands and sellers in the world onto eBay and established a trusted global marketplace for our customers. With eBay, we're growing the heavy equipment industrial ecosystem that will also provide and drive other opportunities in many other categories and other areas, such as attachments, parts, and other exciting vertical markets. We're seeing many trends in the industry, and that we feel right now is a very exciting time to accelerate the growth and become a leader in the space. There's been over many years a gradual shift away from traditional venues and traditional auctions, but the pandemic has significantly accelerated the adoption to online buying and selling. In fact, I feel the pandemic accelerated the pace of online buying and selling in our industry by as much as 10 years. As an example of why online model just makes sense in our industry, for the sellers that we serve, we generate as much as 20 times more views than traditional auctions for every item that we sell or other platforms. Selling from a seller location with the information we provide direct to a buyer is far more efficient than sending equipment to a live auction site or a third-party location before you sell it. We have viewers from over 120 countries every month that participate in our auctions, creating huge demand and in turn value for our customers. Another major trend we see is the supply chain and manufacturers. You can think of our market just like the car market. For every new car or machine that you sell, you typically have to do something with the used or old car or machine. We've certainly not been exempt from the supply chain issues we've had over the last couple of years. Heavy equipment utilization has been extremely high by contractors and rental companies, and replacement rates have suffered greatly from supply chain issues and OEM and manufacturer output, many of whom have not returned to even pre-pandemic manufacturing levels. That said, the good news is we're beginning to see signs of easing in the supply of used equipment and machinery, and see this accelerating over the next couple of years. And of course, together we'll certainly be ready. We're also seeing a lot of macroeconomic effects in the industry, of course. Heavy equipment is a very, very global marketplace. We're seeing increase in activity due to economic and certainly global uncertainty. Construction is slowing in many markets. Equipment and truck utilization has been at an all-time high over the last couple of years, but we're beginning to see signs of moderation in those categories. Supply chain and manufacturing output is finally beginning to start to catch up with some of the demand out there. Equipment turnover and bank default rates, which have been very low recently, are increasing due to the very high interest rates that we're seeing. Of course, there's significant currency fluctuations around the world which impact the marketplace. And all these factors we definitely see creating tailwinds for eBay and pre-owned equipment markets, and some great selling opportunities ahead of us.
Thanks, Howard. That was really insightful. So as Howard mentioned, online penetration has continued to grow and in fact accelerated over the pandemic time. As through that process, we recognize that it's important to really focus on trust in the middle of this transition. And part of the reason for that is we're not talking about selling iPhones here. We're talking about selling big capital purchases, pieces of equipment, right? These are very high-priced capital purchases. And so what we are aiming to do is to bring the industry to the modern era. And we know that trust is the key unlock that we need to focus on to bring this industry forward. Through our partnership with Bidadoo, we've had an intimate look and a first-hand view to see how Bidadoo is able to crack the code on trust. So I am going to ask Howard to share a little bit about what it takes to produce such high-quality listings that customers engage with, and what makes the whole ecosystem work.
Absolutely, Lucy. It's certainly all about trust. We set out many years ago to simply create the best heavy equipment buying and selling experience in the industry. Some of the success factors we've seen and the DNA that has allowed Bidadoo to grow over the years include being fully transparent with comprehensive listings. We believe in a buyer-aware model rather than a buyer-beware model. That's kind of been the standard for traditional auctions and other heavy equipment selling platforms. We were pioneers many years ago with the use of video condition reports in our listings. We do a 2 to 5 minute video of every machine running in full operation so people can see it and really build that trust on the platform. We provide 20 to 100 pictures of every item showing the good, the bad, and yes, the ugly. We do detailed condition reports on every item, rating all the major components and any potential issues that are really important to call out to potential buyers. With all that, we see over 95% of all of our items, complex transactions, without people coming to see them. So buyers really expect this great level of information to build that trust and make very educated buying decisions. In addition to all the information, of course, we provide the end user services that are critical to selling high value, complex item transactions and providing that one-stop shop buying experience. So some of the components that we've coupled with our experience and provide to buyers is extended warranties, financing support, shipping and logistics services to move heavy equipment around the world, title and documentation support, and of course a great buyer services team to help answer any questions along the way, all the way from the start to the end of the transaction. We also stand behind everything we sell. with the bidadoo 100% guarantee. If it isn't as represented, bidadoo will always do the right thing and stand behind every piece we sell. And of course, this is in addition to the great BEPP program offered on eBay that Luci talked about. These are all extremely important factors in establishing the trust and be able to sell to true end users and first-time buyers on the platform. And we're continually working with eBay to enhance the buying experience in the heavy equipment marketplace.
Thanks so much, Howard.
Thank you.
We've seen firsthand, again, how bidadoo has been able to build that trust with their customers over time by offering these detailed condition reports. And that's something that we want to build on and bring to others across the category. And so, motivated by their thoroughness and their transparency, we're excited to partner together to launch a program that we're calling Verified Condition later on this year. What this means is that when you're shopping for bidadoo equipment on our site later on this year, you'll see a badge for job-ready bidadoo equipment where we'll be able to elevate the inspection report that Howard spoke to and that you saw a preview of. And those pieces of equipment will have also automatic BEPP coverage in terms of eligibility for purchase protection. There are a couple other cool components of the program. So for example, we've enabled a click to call feature to be able to provide that extra layer of service to folks who are engaging in a high price transaction and might not feel comfortable just buying from an online listing. So again, this is just a preview into what's to come, but we're super excited. You'll see a preview on the screen, but we're still working on the iconography. But the idea is to be able to have buyers note which listings are high quality listings that have a verified condition that they can really have enhanced trust with and know that that is a solid piece of equipment and a listing that they can engage with without question. So what does this mean for you? Obviously, we've been talking a lot about equipment and a lot about the details of our partnership with bidadoo. And I know the category is more than just about this, as I've mentioned before. Maybe just to share my perspective a little bit, it's about building a reinforcing loop of increased trust across the whole category. For me, it's one of those things where the rising tide does lift all boats. As we're able to market new trust signals in the category, like the Verified Condition program I spoke about that we hope to launch later this year, the more that we can drive greater visibility of high quality listings, which makes it more likely that we'll actually complete more trusted transactions and engage with more buyers who are interested and open to exploring online modes of selling and buying for heavy equipment. And ultimately, what this leads is to higher traffic in the category more broadly, more repeat buyers, more new buyers, just more activity. And we think that that will benefit sellers of all types. So whether you're an equipment seller, a parts seller, an accessory seller, an attachment seller, I think this is relevant for everyone. And we're really excited about this. And I think you should be too. Over time, we actually expect to further evolve the Verified Condition program and improve other aspects of the experience as well. Some of the things that we're actively exploring are to be able to extend the Verified Condition program to other equipment sellers like yourselves on the platform. There's a lot of different things that this might mean, but just throwing out a couple options, this might mean eBay offering a pre-listing inspection at your yard or ours in partnership with bidadoo and leveraging some of their capabilities. This might mean offering a more full-on consignment option if you want to get rid of your equipment earlier, faster, with more money up front, right? These are options that we're exploring. And finally, there's a lot of parts of this experience of buying and selling heavy equipment on eBay that's not just about what we've spent a little bit of time describing in terms of this trust component. We acknowledge that there are gaps in the checkout and payment experience that we'll need to continue to evolve and optimize if we're trying to grow the category and accelerate the growth that we've already seen. And so what I ask for you all is to stay tuned and to stay connected with us and stay engaged and continue to use our platform and connect with us on ways that we can continue to improve the experience for you and for your buyers. In summary, we're really excited to have you all on this journey with us. We think this is the right time to be in the business, and we think eBay is ready to partner with you, and we're the right partner for you. We look forward to many new things to come, and we hope you'll join us for that journey as well. Thank you for joining this session. We hope you enjoy eBay Open, and we look forward to connecting with you all live soon. Thank you.